Broadcasting 24/7, 365. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome to Bowling Green High School tonight. Mark Froelich and Jim Ross getting ready for a boys and girls doubleheader on the hardwood tonight as the Bowling Green Bobcats, LadyCats welcome in the Montgomery County Wildcats. And tough test for the LadyCats. They'll be the first game tonight. They're playing better ball, though, as of late.
Yeah, that they are. Had a nice game against Van Far on, I guess that was Friday night, and won that game by 1. Looked a lot better. Of course, you're referring to the first game, which is Bowling Green's first game of the year, which didn't go so well over at the Montgomery County tournament. But they were coming off COVID stuff and lack of practice, and things could be a little bit different tonight. Montgomery County, they're at 7-5, but you look at their schedule, and they've played a gauntlet of a schedule, and they're well tested for sure. But they're on the road. Bowling Green's at home. We got a little momentum going, and we'll just have to see how it plays out.
And both the teams will be with, maybe not short benches, but a limited bench, because there's also JV boys and girls going on over in the middle school gym. So that kind of changes some of those matchups late in the game, possibly.
Well, if you get into foul trouble or something like that, yeah, it could. We've seen both of these teams play, and they go 7 deep pretty consistently, both of them. Unless there's foul trouble, I don't think the JV game's really going to come into play.
All right, we've got 2 games on the schedule. We'll talk about it more when we start the pregame show for you next here from Bowling Green on Eagle 102.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And basketball just around the corner, about 8.5 minutes away here from Bowling Green High School, as the LadyCats and Bobcats welcome in Montgomery County, and we'll see the ladies first. Just a quick reminder that the Bowling Green tournament is coming, and just like all the games at Bowling Green this year, there are some restrictions in play. Participants for the tournament will receive 4 tickets to share with friends and family for the games in the high school gym. The middle school gym, though, with the seating on just one side, just 2 tickets for the games over there. Tickets/vouchers will allow the holder to pay at the gate, so it's not a free ticket. $4 for adults, $2 for students. All the games will be streamed, all 22, right here on KJFM Eagle 102, KJFMradio.com. Fans and teams will have to clear the gym after every game. Games will be played at 5 and 7, Monday through Friday in both gyms. Games will not start early. There will be no crossover from the middle school gym to the high school gym for fans and players. Doors will not open until 4:30 for fans for the first game of the night. Doors will not open until 6:40 for fans for the second game of the night. And, of course, concessions will be available. But that's the kind of the standard right now for the schools around the region and around the country.
Yeah, and it's driven off the size of your facility. I know Louisiana goes to Silex on Friday, and they're only allowing 2 tickets per player, and a total of 26 tickets. Well, Louisiana's got 15 kids, so math doesn't work on that, does it?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the era that we are in, and you just have to deal with it and move on.
It's something else, but the Bowling Green tournament will still be great, and we'll get through it just like we did the Clopton tournament and to an extent the Montgomery County tournament. I think that was kind of the testing ground for everything, and coming right at the start of the season, I think they were expecting a few more COVID issues down there at Montgomery.
Right, the most recent tournaments, knock on wood, have gone off without losing any teams. Going back to Montgomery, Monroe City, they both had teams with issues, but more recently, Clopton and Palmyra this week so far have not had any issues. I think I'm not sure about Highland. That tournament was last week, I believe, as well, and I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to that. But yeah, people are figuring it out. Fans are figuring it out, and obviously the coaches and the players are figuring it out to where they're staying healthy.
Definitely. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your keys to the game for Bowling Green and Montgomery girls when we return on Eagle 102.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Keys to the game, Bowling Green and Montgomery girls, and what do the Bowling Green LadyCats have to do to stick with these powerhouse Montgomery County Lady Wildcats?
Forget the first game for one. I mean, that was a bit of an aberration, and if there's ever a definition of getting hit by a runaway train, that's what happened in that game. Is Montgomery won that going away, and so they got to forget about that and then just build on what's been going on lately. You know, they've won a couple games as of late, most recently on Friday night, and build on the positives of that game and take it to them and see what happens. They're a quality team for sure. I mean, they're 7-5, but you look at their losses. They've lost to South Callaway twice, who are 7-1, and they have a D1 signee playing for them. They lost to Montgomery County or Monroe City, who's 11-0. Mexico's 8-2. That was in overtime. They lost to California, who's a really good club but got a shortened record because of the COVID. So, you know, they've played a whopper of a schedule, and so they're tested and they'll be ready. But again, you know, it's a long ride over here. You haven't seen a whole lot of energy out of them so far. Speaking of Montgomery County, so Bowling Green's just got to do their thing and take care of the basketball is a big thing, because that's what happened over there the first game. good Lord, I didn't look it up, but their turnovers were up near 30. So you can't do that against anybody, especially a good team, and expect to be in the game.
I think the person that's probably shown the most energy from Montgomery County is Coach Joe Basinger. He was getting with it in warm-ups, playing defense against some of his players. So we'll see.
Give him a couple years, he'll quit doing that.
That's our keys to the game. We'll have our starting lineups for you next on Eagle 102.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And we're getting ready for the national anthem here at Bowling Green High School, so we'll take a break. We'll come back with your starting lineups after this on KJFM.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Checking the starting lineups first for the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats. They're coached by Joe Basinger. They'll start number 5, a 5'8 sophomore, Carson Flake. Number 10 gets a start, a 5'8 junior, Sam Quatham. Number 11 gets a start, a 5'9 senior, Renee Finke. And number 20, a 5'7 sophomore, Hannah Broniak. And we'll have to wait and see. It was a decision on that fifth starter between the two Rogers, either Meredith or Malia. So we'll see who Coach Joe Basinger sends out before we get to the Bowling Green lineups. It'll be the senior, 5'7", number 14, Meredith Rogers. So again, for the Wildcats, it's Flake, Quatham, Finke, Meredith Rogers and Hannah Broniak. And for the Bowling Green LadyCats, they're coached by Josh Runyon. They'll start number 3, a junior guard, Briley Sparks. Number 10 gets a start, a sophomore guard, Grace Dieters. Number 12, a guard, junior, Grace Twellman. At forward, a sophomore, number 22, Kaylin Womack. And number 25, a freshman, forward, Kaylin Charlton. So again, for Bowling Green, it's Sparks, Dieters, Twellman, Womack, and Charlton.
Montgomery County's in their road blue jerseys, white numbers, black trim. Bowling Green in their home whites with black numbers and red trim. I was trying to find the score sheet from the last game. There is a player from Montgomery County on crutches.
I think she's been on crutches the entire season, yeah.
That would be a bad thing.
Yeah, that's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, remember that tournament was back right after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be Kaylin Charlton jumping center for Bowling Green and Sam Quatham for the Lady Wildcats, that is. We got a lot of cats in here.
Officials Scott Solomons, Chad Redding, and Scott Hansen.
And the toss is won by Montgomery, and they'll have the opening possession. Tahara Finke covers up her number 11. She gets it to the far side. Now they lob it down, and it's knocked away. It'll stay with Montgomery as it goes out at the Bowling Green bench.
Well, the things that we saw Friday night different from both Bowling Green clubs is defensively they're getting after it a lot more than we've seen in the past, and that'll bode you well.
Lob pass to Quatham in the center of the lane, and she's fouled by Grace Twellman. Twellman picks up her first personal with no score and 19 seconds gone.
Little lob over the top to Quatham that time. Of course, Quatham, the leader of this Montgomery County Wildcat team. And she's just a junior.
And she'll have 2 shots to put Montgomery ahead, and the first one rattles down. Score 1-0. 7:41 to go here in the opening quarter, and she hit them both. Second one a little prettier than the first. And Bowling Green with their first possession. Sparks in the backcourt to Dieters on the far side. She stops short of the center stripe, and then a long pass is intercepted by Quatham. And here comes Sam back on the attack for Montgomery. That shot off the glass on the cross-court pass is good for Renee Finke, and it's 4-0 quickly here in the first quarter.
Nice looking lay-in by Finke. Ooh, with the left hand.
And that pass goes out of bounds. Turnover by Dieters gives it back to Montgomery with 46 seconds gone.
Well, we talked about taking care of the basketball in the pregame. First 2 possessions, turnovers for the Cats.
And Finke goes to Quatham, now to Broniak on the far side. She dribbles center of the lane, loses control, gets the ball back, hands it off to Flake. Flake from the baseline. That shot rolls in. Carson Flake with 2, and it's 6-0 in favor of the visitors.
Balanced scoring out of the gate for Montgomery County.
Now trapped is Sparks. They get out of it and get across the line. Dieters, after a couple of passes, spins and hands it off to Charlton. Charlton between the circles for Bowling Green. Bounce pass for Twellman. Twellman hits a streaking Dieters, but she is short on the layup, and the rebound brought down by Hannah Broniak.
Great backdoor cut, and look, that time just couldn't convert the bucket.
Back the other way, lob pass down low, and a big block of Finke out of bounds. It'll stay with Montgomery, but a good defensive play there.
Kaylin Charlton with the block. She had a bunch of those on Friday night.
Not extremely tall, but she's got some pretty good jumps. Quatham gets it to Flake. Flake drives and travels.
First turnover of the game on Montgomery County.
And a timeout taken by Bowling Green with 6:16 to go in the first. 6-0. Montgomery leads Bowling Green on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
Bowling Green, a couple of turnovers, playing good defense, but Montgomery with a 6-0 lead here in the early going. Nearly 2 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Briley Sparks with it. Lob pass to Twellman in the center circle. They get across the line to Dieters. Grace gets it back to Kaylin Charlton. Charlton leaves it for Twellman. Ball loose, and Bowling Green comes up with it, and we've got a foul going to be whistled against Montgomery County.
Yeah, Bowling Green just hasn't been able to get into any offensive flow as of yet. Foul is going to go against Quatham, her first.
It'll be in Bowling Green's best interest to get her into foul trouble. Off the inbound, that shot is missed by Charlton, and the rebound pulled down by Montgomery. Here comes Quatham. Lob pass through the lane. There's another block, but Sparks going to be called for a personal. That's going to send Renee Finke to the line for the first time. She's got 2 points.
She'll get 2 shots. I'm not sure that injured player is not Taylor Flake, number 24. She started in the first game.
And that shot rims out. First miss for Montgomery from the line.
They've got 9 players dressed, while Bowling Green's got a full complement dressed tonight.
Second shot's good. And it's 7-0. Charlton to the near side for Sparks. Sparks into a double team. And a bounce pass over to the far side. Skip pass. Gets him across. Here's Sparks. Across the key. That shot no good. Put back blocked. And Montgomery with another rebound and out of bounds. It's going to go to Bowling Green.
Womack from point blank range couldn't convert twice, but Bowling Green will get it back.
5:30 to play here in the first. 7-0. The Lady Wildcats lead. Dieters to inbound. Gets it to Twellman off her hand, and Sparks will have to reset. Gives it back to Dieters between the circles. Over far side for Grace Twellman. Twellman gives it to Kaylin Charlton. Charlton free throw line, has her back to the basket, kicks it back. Up and around to Grace Dieters. Dieters, top of the key, backs up further. To the near point for Kaylin Charlton. Gets it to Twellman. Now to Sparks. That shot just forced up, and the rebound pulled down by Broniak. Skips it across. Oh, their passing is very nice right now. And first 2 points of the night for number 32.
Nope, I don't have it either.
Yep. And I even asked Joe, is everyone here? Is this everybody? So somebody's changed the number now, and turnover gives it back to Bowling Green.
Well, I wonder if that might be Flake, but I looked on the tournament booklet. That may be where you got your numbers from.
I know the Montgomery County boys have added up players since the tournament. But we'll figure it out as we go along here. Here's skip pass to the near side for Rogers. Good crossover. Kicks it down. That shot off the glass, no good. Putback is good, and that's 2 points for Finke. And it's an 11-0 run to start the game for Montgomery, midway point of this first quarter.
Finke with 5 to lead all scores.
Here's Twellman, and her pass is taken away. Taken back, though, by the Bella Fairchild into the ball game. There's another miss for Bowling Green, and here come the Wildcats again. And that's off the hands of a Montgomery player out of bounds. 3:48 to go here in the first quarter.
Second turnover of the game for Montgomery County.
Sparks gives up her dribble. Now over to the far side. They'll get across the line with Dieters. Dieters trying to find her way to the hoop. From the baseline, that shot short. And the rebound pulled down by the Wildcats. Up the floor with it is Malia Rogers. Rogers over to the far side. This shot is up for 3, and that one's short. And the rebound on the run is grabbed by Dieters, and she carried the ball. Another turnover gives it back to Montgomery. And they'll put a wholesale change out for fresh.
That they will.
For Coach Basinger.
You'll know the whole roster here shortly.
Yeah. With the net, the point is Quatham. Over to the far side now for number 12. We don't have a 12 either. Ball fought for, and it's tied up.
12 looks like the young Quatham. Isn't there a younger Quatham?
Maddie.
She's got the look-alike.
Yeah, we'll get those changes at the quarter, hopefully. With it is Sparks in the backcourt, and it's taken away. They'll take it to the hoop. No. Ball goes to the floor. It's through the legs of the Bowling Green player, Kaylin Charlton, and out of bounds. They say she touched it, however, and it'll stay with Montgomery. 3:01 to play. And that shot off the glass is no good by Sam Quatham, and out of bounds. It's going to stay again with Montgomery County with 3:59 to play. They get it in, far side. Bounce pass down low. Rejected and taken away by the LadyCats. Here's Dieters with it. Along the far sideline in front of the scorer's table and benches. Now gets it to Charlton. Charlton near side for Briley Sparks. Sparks, free throw line extended. Gives it back to Charlton. Charlton couldn't find the baseline and gives it back to Briley. And she'll back up. Lots of pressure out at the points. And it's taken away by Montgomery County. Here comes Quatham back the other way, and she's fouled by Bella Fairchild.
Quatham will go back to the line. She'll get 2 shots. 2:19 to play here in the first quarter. Montgomery County up 11-0. You sending out an SOS?
I'm trying to find things.
Quatham's first free throws off the front of the rim. No good. You keep studying. I'll cover for you while you figure it out.
First miss, by the way, by Quatham from the line.
Back into the game comes Twelman for the LadyCats. Second free throw. You jinxed her. The old broadcaster jinxed. She missed them both.
Yeah.
Immediately go into man-to-man full court pressure, but Bowling Green gets it into the front court.
Sparks starts her dribble, goes to the far side with it. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Slow-moving first quarter. Now trapped is Twelman. She'll get a bounce pass to Kaylin Womack, and a foul going to be whistled against the Wildcats.
Second team foul. No shots yet. On the inbounds, Dieters throws it up. Man, that went off the glass from the corner, wouldn't go.
And a foul on the putback will send Kaylin Charlton to the line.
How'd that go off the glass from where she shot it? Foul is going to go against Sam Quatham, her second.
Now Rogers. Okay, we had 22. Who were we looking for? We were looking for a 32.
32 and 12.
I'm going to say Katie Broniak.
For 32?
Yeah.
Second free throw's off the mark for Bowling Green. Montgomery on the break.
That shot off the glass is good. And if it is Katie, that's her first 2 points of the night. Long pass ahead through the hands of Womack, just too tall. And the turnover gives it back to Montgomery.
Well, if anybody's from Montgomery County listening, send us a text.
maybe an Adam Falloon, I don't know. Lob pass is taken away by Charlton. Good defensive work again, and here comes Dieters. Dieters is blocked on a spinning shot. And the ball is loose, picked up by Malia Rogers, and it's knocked away from behind by Dieters. Going to stay with Montgomery. 1:05 to play in the first quarter.
Kind of chaotic last couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
As Riley Sparks will return. Abraham will take a seat.
Yeah, and it is Maddie Quatham, the other player, 12. which I don't think she was playing to start the season.
She certainly wasn't on the varsity roster.
I don't think she was on the JV either.
Peer pressure from home, right?
Possibly. They work it down low. That shot misses the glass. Put back, no. And the rebound taken by Briley Sparks with 42 seconds to go. 13-1 our score. Bowling Green behind by a dozen. Here is number 12. Twelman gets it to Dieners, who goes off the glass, and Bowling Green gets their first shot from the field.
A little give and go that time, worked perfection.
Back the other way quickly. Skip it far side for Broniak, and that shot is good for three.
First three ball of the night by either club.
Down to 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Bowling Green needs to get moving. They're down to 6 seconds, and it's taken away. Flake gets it ahead. Ball loose, and Bowling Green will pick it up. And we played a quarter here from Bowling Green High School. It's the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats leading the Bowling Green Lady Cats 16-3 after 8 minutes on Eagle 102.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
8 minutes in the books, 8 more on the clock. Ready to start the second quarter here from Bowling Green High School. And so far, Montgomery County has controlled this game and lead it 16-3.
Well, neither one taking care of the basketball very well. 7 turnovers for Bowling Green, 5 for Montgomery. So it hadn't been very pretty in terms of basketball acumen and skill. But Montgomery County on top, and they'll have it to start the second quarter. Looks like they'll have Flake, Finke, Broniak. Let's see, the other Broniak as she gets it inside and scores.
Her second hoop of the night.
And a steal on the inbound.
My goodness.
And Flake will be fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Foul will go against Charlton, her first.
Team's fourth, and the first shot is good.
She'll get a second.
19-3. Chance to make it 17-point lead, and they get it to go. Near side within is Sparks, and she's fouled.
I believe she traveled.
Oh, yeah, she called the travel instead.
Had a little extra step in there before she put the ball on the floor.
Turnover gives it back to Montgomery, down below us. Near corner, lob pass, center of the lane. That shot may have been partially blocked. And the rebound pulled down by Twellman for Bowling Green. She gives it off to Dieters, and Grace takes it across the line. Token pressure. They go to the near side with it for Bella Fairchild. Back up top for Dieters. Grace up and around to the free throw line for Fairchild. Now near side for Grace Dieters. From the baseline, her shot is short and knocked out of bounds by Montgomery. 52 seconds gone. The LadyCats will keep control.
2 Montgomery players came together. Actually, 3 were in the area and knocked it out of each other's hands.
Near side, Dieters passed up the 3. And that one's thrown out of bounds right into the hands of Joe Basinger.
10th turnover. Offensive player went back door. The pass was where she vacated from.
Minute 2 gone here in the second. See Coach Robert Omohundro coming in to scout this ball game. Sat right below us. from the Clopton Lady Hawks. Back up top. That one's tipped and taken by Fairchild. She's all alone, 1-on-4. So she'll hand it off to Dieters. Dieters will set the offense. Good defensive work that time by Fairchild. And Briley Sparks has it at the near point. Sparks forces a pass. It's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Bowling Green. They're down 17 here. Minute and a half gone here in the second. Dieters takes it to the far side, gives it off to Twellman. Grace Twellman with the ball for the Lady Cats. Tipped away from her. She keeps possession. Then off the knees of Dieters, turns into a fast break the other way, and Flake makes no mistake, and it's 22-3. Ball got away, and do we have a timeout?
No, we got an injured player. I believe she's bleeding. On that loose ball, must have.
Is that Finke?
I believe it is. I don't know what happened to her, but she's obviously got hit in the nose or the mouth or something.
They'll take a look at her behind the Montgomery. Actually, they just kind of rearranged the Montgomery bench.
Yeah.
And Bowling Green will take over with 6:05 to go. Now down by 19. And they get it across the line to Charlton. Charlton trying to go coast to coast, and shot no good. Two Lady Cats fight for the rebound, and Montgomery ends up taking away. That shot is blocked by Dieters out of bounds. It's going to stay with Montgomery. 5:45 to go in the first half. It's Olivia Shaw, 32. Okay. Adam Falloon obviously joining us for the broadcast today. That shot off the glass is good. Malia Rogers with her first 2 points of the night. Can always depend on Coach Falloon. Lob pass into the front court. Fairchild off the glass too hard, and the rebound is brought down. Who did I say it was? 32.
Olivia Shaw.
There it is. Nice move by Rogers. She puts it off the glass and in, and it's 26-3, a 23-point advantage. Timeout on the floor, 5:04 to go in the first half. All Montgomery here so far on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Sidney Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
It just seems like Bowling Green's a little tentative in the breakout.
They are. It's that's all it is, really. A little timidness. Even when they get the ball in the offensive half court, they get a shot opened up, and they just kind of freak out a little bit, and the shot's short. You just see them tense up. It's the old saying we used to use is the other team puts their shorts on just like we do, one leg at a time, So you just got to go out and play. They're no different than you. Don't let them mentally psych you out of the game.
Bowling Green with the ball after the timeout, and here's Grace Twellman with no pressure across the line. Twellman over to the far side for Briley Sparks. Sparks works off that point. Gave up her dribble, and now tries to force a pass down to the baseline, and it's intercepted by Malia Rogers. They'll set their offense. Rogers comes out of the far side with it. Through Quatham. That shot is good from about 10 feet out for Olivia Shaw. Shaw has 6. So they've integrated some of the newer members into this lineup rather easily.
Haven't really missed a beat.
I'm sure they've been up for a little bit, but having not started the season on varsity, they're playing pretty well. Here's Fairchild with it. Bella gets it near side for Kaylin Womack. Womack hands it off for Briley Sparks. Sparks, good crossover, finds a little bit of room. And a bounce pass over to the far side. Now they get it to Charlton. Charlton trying to find some sort of real estate down low, and she travels.
14th turnover in this first half.
Dieter's back in the ball game, and we're going to see Haley Chandler for the first time.
Couple of subs, Quatham, and oh, here we go again. Number 15.
We'll get it.
Investigative reporters on it.
Here's a three for Maddie Quatham, and that shot's no good. The rebound pulled down by Haley Chandler. Dieters slowly across the line. We're down to 3.5 minutes to go in this first half. To Twellman on the far point. Twellman put it in her pocket for a moment. Now gets a pass down low, and the ball goes to the floor, and it's picked up by Quatham. That's Sam. To Maddie Quatham. Drops it off for Malia Rogers. Back up and around to the far side. And they'll reset. 3:10 to play, first half. Rogers. And a timeout taken by Coach Basinger with 3:06 to play. 28-3. Montgomery leads Bowling Green here in the first half on KJFM.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Well, I know 15's name is Maddie. It's either Madison Poston or Maddie Wisdom. We'll figure that out.
Got a bunch of Maddies.
Yeah.
I see that Renee Finke's back on the bench with a butterfly stitch above her left eye, so she took a little clip during that loose ball, but says, I want to play.
And they go up top and around to the far side for Rogers. Back up top again. Through Quatham to the far side. Here's a three. That shot's no good. And the rebound pulled down by Briley Sparks. Sparks hands it off for Grace Dieters. Dieters to the far side for Grace Twellman. Got a lot of grace, need a little grit. From the free throw line, that shot is a little bit long for Charlton. Goes to the floor. Chandler fighting for it, and it's a tie-up. And up 28-3. Coach Basinger gives his clipboard a little bit of a toss there.
Not sure what that was all about. It is a 28-3.
Yeah, I don't think. Just judging by his face, I don't think it was. I think he was just trying to get rid of it. And he ended up catching that pass after it was tipped out of bounds by his Wildcats. So Bowling Green keeps with 2:28 to play. Here's Twellman with it, drops it back for Sparks. Now Dieters. Dieters dribbles out from the far side, gives it to Briley on the near point. Free throw line goes to Dieters on the far side. Need to get close to the basket. That shot is up and good for Grace Dieters.
Good take that time by Dieters. She's got 4.
She's the only Bowling Green Lady Cat to score from the field here in the first half. 2 minutes to go. Here's Maddie Quatham. Shaw fell down, and we've got an injured Lady Cat, it looks like. Now, Twellman just a little banged up, and who got the shot to go?
Rogers Malia.
She's got 6 in the quarter. And it's 30-5 with 1:40 to play in quarter number 2. Here's Sparks. Gives it to Charlton. Charlton works it down low. And it gets away from Chandler and taken away by Montgomery. Here's Sam Quatham. Cross to Maddie Quatham. Up and around now far side for Malia Rogers. Rogers bounce pass. And to the corner. Drops it in to the center of the lane. Here's Sam Quatham. No, but a foul will send Sam to the line.
She's 2 for 4 from there so far in the first half. She'll get 2 more as the foul whistled on Sparks, her second, team's 5th.
Not a whole bunch of fouls, but they've all been shooting fouls for Montgomery, and that's 3 misses in a row for Sam from the free throw line after she hit her first 2. Wholesale changes again for Montgomery County.
And they're going to let Finke come back into the game. I would have bet in a game drawn out like this, it would have kept her out as a precaution and nothing else.
And the second shot is good. That breaks that cold streak from the line. That makes it 31-5. 1 minute to play, first half. Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. And Twelman with it. Drops it back. Dieters for 3, and that one is in and out, no good. Grace Twelman the rebound, and she is fouled by Meredith Rogers. That's just the 4th team foul against Montgomery here in the first half.
Looks like they actually called it on Broniak.
Okay.
And Twelman rattles home the first.
.7 seconds to go in the half. And the second shot is good as well.
Another lefty. They're everywhere.
It's a trend. Near side with it is Flake. Playing with that butterfly on her forehead. Far side now for number 20, Hannah Broniak. They get it through the middle and tipped around. Now a long 2 is in and out for Montgomery. Going to the floor is Finke. She has just beaten herself up in this ball game, and now I think the ball hit one of the Montgomery players up high, and Bowling Green comes back with it the other way. Shot no good, but going to send Grace Dieters to the line.
Yeah, Finke's going to go, this is not a lot of hope for me in this game.
Call it a night, kid.
Dieter's going to get a couple of free throws. Foul is on Broniak, her second.
So back-to-back fouls on Hannah. And the first shot misses. 31-7. And that is Maddie Poston, 15, by the way. Second shot was good, make it 31-8. And there's a 3. Coming back the other way, Malia Rogers with the tray. That makes it 34-8. There's the final horn. We played 2 here at Bowling Green High School. It's the visitors, the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats, leading the Bowling Green LadyCats 34-8. Halftime show starts next on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books, and what else can you say? Montgomery County is pretty deep, 7-5, but they played really tough competition, and boy, it's an embarrassment of riches for Coach Joe Basinger right now.
Yeah, they probably played, 10 players? You've got –
and we figured them all out now, too.
Yeah, 6 have scored. But, you know, we talked about it in the pregame. Bowling Green's turned it over 16 times.
Yeah.
You just can't do that. And against anybody, that's a game's worth of turnover. That's actually more than a game's worth of turnovers in the first half. And if you can't take the ball out, and I think you mentioned it, a little timid is what Bowling Green's been against the press, and even in the half-court set. You just got to step up and play, and we'll see if Coach Jed Runyon can implore his team to do that here in the second half.
And I know, you can't dribble through, 3-4 players to get across the line, but you've got to show that you have the moxie, the ability to do that. You can't just stop before you even get through the three-point line in the backcourt. I mean, you've got to show a little aggressiveness to try and beat that press. Bowling Green at times just kind of folds up into a shell.
Well, you got to try and get the ball in the middle of the press. They haven't had anybody in the middle of the floor. They're trying to dribble through it. Most of their passes are east-west, side-to-side. That's the kind of passes against the press they want to steal is the east-west passes.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got to go north-south and get the ball in the middle to break that press down, and they just haven't been able to do that yet here tonight.
34-8, our score through 2 quarters. We'll take a break, come back with first half scoring after this on the Eagle 102 halftime report.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Big first half for Montgomery County. They lead at 34-8 over Bowling Green here at Bowling Green High School. First of a doubleheader as the boys will do battle next. There's JV games going on down the hall in the middle school gymnasium. Actually, down and over down the hall. But we'll try and figure out what's happening over there before we get the night finished.
And you won't be able to do that, make that trip during the tournament because you can't go from gym to gym, right?
Yeah. So, if I'm in this gym and you're having technical difficulties in that gym, you're just out of luck.
I'll just say we'll talk to you tomorrow night.
All right, first half scoring for the Bowling Green LadyCats. They scored 3 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter, 5 of those for Grace Teeter. She's the only Bowling Green LadyCat to hit from the field in this ball game. She's also 1 of 2 shooting free throws. Grace Twellman hit both her free throws. She's got 2 points, and Kaylin Charlton was 1 of 2 shooting from the line for 1 point in the first half. For the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats, they've got 3 points for Hannah Broniak, 3 for Sam Quatham, 6 points each for Olivia Shaw and Carson Flake. 5 points in the first half for Renee Fink, even with all the beating that she's given herself in the first half. 9 points for Malia Rogers, all coming in the second quarter, and she hit the game's only three-pointer so far through 2 quarters of this ball game. Actually, her and Broniak both have one. So they've hit 2 from beyond the arc, one in the first quarter, one in the second quarter, and they are – do you have their free throw?
6 for 10.
There you go. Thank you. I knew that if I asked that question, you'd have the answer on the ready.
Bowling Green 4 for 6. Did you get that?
I kind of did them individually.
Okay.
But
16 turnovers for Bowling Green and 7 for Montgomery. I look back the first meeting, you small steps, right? Bowling Green's made some progress compared to the first game. However, the turnovers are very similar. They had 27 turnovers in the first game total. They already have 16 now. So, that's basically the story of the first game against Montgomery County, and now the first half here in tonight's game. And
they just have to draw from the successes they've had in other sports over the past couple of years, and kind of get that moxie back a little bit. Hey, we've played in big games, whether it be here or over at the softball diamond or track meet or volleyball game. They know how to win a ball game. They just have to kind of put that mentality on the hardwood.
Right.
So 2 minutes to go before we start the third quarter. This has been the halftime report. 34-8, Montgomery County leads Bowling Green. Second half after this on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Second half underway. And Montgomery County gets the first possession. Here's Broniak, tries to lob a pass into the middle, and we're going to have a foul on Quatham.
That'll be her third. First turnover of the half by the club. Not exactly the way Montgomery County wanted to start it. Quatham will take a seat as Olivia Shaw will come in and replace her.
7:46, so 14 seconds gone here in the third quarter. And Bowling Green would love to put a little run together and at least get in the conversation tonight over the far side of your Sparks.
In the first game, they did a lot better taking care of the basketball in the second half. Let's see if they can accomplish that tonight.
Here's Twellman out high with it, gives it to Dieters. Lobs it down low for Charlton. Charlton goes off the glass too hard, and the rebound pulled down by Shaw. She hands it off to Renee Finke. Finke heavily bandaged on her forehead. That shot is good from the far side. A 3-ball for Hannah Broniak.
Her second three-pointer of the game. She's got 6.
And the lead is 29. A minute gone here in the third.
Man-to-man pressure, full court by Montgomery.
Charlton dribbles into the front court, now hands it off for Grace Dieters. Grace over to the far side for Charlton. Charlton trying to find somebody, gets it to Twellman, center of the lane. She's blocked right into a teammate's hands. Charlton is blocked as well. And finally coming away with the loose ball is Montgomery County. Sparks back defensively, did a good job slowing down that break. To the near side, here's a three, and that one's good. Oh my. Flake hits her first tray of the night, and the lead is 40-8. Not a great time for Montgomery County to heat up from beyond the arc.
No doubt.
Here on the near side with it is Kaylin Charlton. Charlton. Pass through the lane was partially blocked, and now it's taken away. And a tie-up.
It'll stay with Bowling Green.
And back into the ball game is Bella Fairchild. 5:55 to go in the third quarter here from Bowling Green High School. Varsity boys action coming up next. Scott Krager brings his Wildcats into town, and that pass rejected, and we've got a foul, I believe, on the inbound.
You are correct. Looks like they're going to call it on Meredith Rogers.
With 5:54 to play. Actually, they gave it to Poston.
And they did.
And another foul. This one's going to be a shooting foul. And send Twellman to the line.
And they counted the basket, I believe, didn't they?
Yes, they did. I wasn't sure if it went down or not. And the follow-up shot is good as well.
Fouls on Malia Rogers, her first.
Here comes Montgomery back the other way. Up 40-11. 5:40 to play here in the third quarter. They set the offense. They go baseline with it, and a block, but a foul going to be whistled on Womack.
That'll be her first, and that'll send. Who is that? Is that 12?
Yeah, that's
Hare's covering it.
Maddie Quatham. First shot's good to get it back to a 30-point lead.
Charlton back in for Womack for Bowling Green.
And the second shot from Maddie Quatham is good as well. 5.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's Twellman with it at the near point, dribbles back out high. Lots of pressure from Montgomery, and now Dieters with it on the pass from Sparks. Goes far side with it for Charlton. Charlton stops, shoots, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Montgomery. Into a double team, and it's knocked away from Rogers out of bounds by Dieters. Going to stay with Montgomery County. Just shy of 3 minutes gone in the third. Coach Basinger, he's vocal over there on
Still working it, isn't he?
Yeah. Want some transition. Far side with it. Here's Maddie Quatham. Quatham goes to her dribble. Free throw line and a foul whistled against the LadyCats.
I believe that's going to be Charlton. But we'll wait. I've misfired a time or two. Twellman.
They get it in to the near corner now. Driving baseline is Rogers and has it knocked away. And we'll stay with Montgomery County with 4:41 to go in the quarter. Substitution for Bowling Green.
Fairchild got her hand in there on defense that time.
Charlton replaced by Womack. And the ball loose momentarily and goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sparks for Bowling Green. Down to 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. Here's Dieters with it for the LadyCats. For Womack, back up high for Twellman. Grace Twellman gave up her dribble, now gives it up to Sparks. Briley goes to the hoop. No, but a foul will send Briley to the line to shoot a pair. Maybe?
I believe they're going to call it on the floor.
And a timeout taken by Montgomery County. 4:21 to play, third quarter, 42-11. Montgomery County leads Bowling Green on Eagle 102.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Third quarter here from Bowling Green High School, all Montgomery County here in the ladies varsity game. Men's varsity action still to come. 42-11. The Wildcats lead the Bowling Green LadyCats. Here in the latter stages of the third, looks like we're going to have a running clock in the fourth quarter if Bowling Green can't put a little string together here.
We're in a new Eagles nest up here at Bowling Green High School. They've got new bleachers opposite the bench, and you say you mentioned during the break you need to be uncomfortable to do your best broadcast.
Yeah, it keeps you on the edge of your seat. I'm in a padded seat.
I do not.
You don't feel like you worked hard if you don't get up and your knees are stiff. And
I think I do that when I get out of bed. What are you talking about?
With it for Bowling Green is Womack, and now Dieters has it. Back to Womack. Kaylin has her pass taken away by Hannah Broniak, and here comes Montgomery back up the floor. Ball got loose for a second, so they'll reset. And Meredith Rogers with it to the far side for Broniak. Pass tipped, still makes it to its intended target, Malia Rogers. Rogers, good crossover, finds her way to the hoop and scores.
With the left hand, nice. Nice slashing drive down the lane and spun it up with the left hand and went in.
Malia into double figures with 11. 3.5 to play here, third quarter. Here's Dieters with it on the near point. Gets it to Twellman, now back out through Fairchild to Dieters. Grace to Briley Sparks. Sparks. Bounce pass for Bella Fairchild. Fairchild tried to find her way to the baseline, had it knocked away, and gets control of it and sends it back to the point. Here's Sparks with it, far side, in front of the Bowling Green bench. Dribbles down the lane, shot high off the glass, no good, and the rebound pulled down by Olivia Shaw for Montgomery County. She gets it to Malia Rogers. Rogers, near side now for Meredith Rogers. Broniak comes to the free throw line extended and has her pass taken away by Briley Sparks.
Down to 2:38 to play, 44-11 Montgomery.
You know, you're down 44-11, but I don't think Bowling Green's played poorly defensively.
No, it doesn't feel like the other game, the first game.
No.
As there's a foul on Meredith Rogers. Yeah, the first game you just felt like they were never in that game, never had a chance, didn't play well. It was just one of those you want to forget. This game hasn't felt that way, even though, they've stretched the lead out. But you just don't – you have the feeling that Bowling Green's made a little progress.
Yes. Here's Fairchild, tips the pass in the air, and it's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch, though, by Montgomery County. 2:20 to play in the third. And Kaylin Charlton will inbound for Bowling Green. Down below us, gets it to Dieters. She goes to the baseline and is hip checked out of bounds by Carson Flake.
That'll be her first, I believe. 16 fouls, so Bowling Green to shoot free throws the rest of this third quarter and all of the fourth.
Well, the fouls stacking up. They only had, 4 or 5 in the first half?
Right.
Sparks with it. Gives it off to Dieters.
Avery Gams checked into the game for Bowling Green.
Ball comes over to her, taken away, and here comes Montgomery back, and a foul going to be whistled on Grace Dieters to prevent the easy bucket by Maddie Poston.
And that'll send Maddie Poston to the line to shoot 2 shots.
33-point lead. Trying to extend that from the line, and the first shot is good. Rattles down for Poston, her first point of the night. Fairchild checks out, so does Dieters. And the second shot is good as well. Make it 46-11. In favor of the road team on the scoreboard, the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats. Here's Sparks with it. Down to 1:50 to go in the third quarter. And a foul whistled as Charlton made her turn. Going to go against Montgomery, and it's the second on Meredith Rogers.
And we'll shoot free throws.
So 1-1 coming for Kaylin Charlton. She's 1 of 2 from the line. That was back in the first quarter. She hits the first, earns the second.
Dieter's back in. Sparks will take a seat with 1:47 to play here in the third.
And the second shot is good as well. 46-13. So Charlton 3 of 4 from the free throw stripe. Here's a 3 from the far side. That's short. Hit off the rim twice. Putback is no good. And the rebound this time pulled down by Charlton. She hands it off to Grace Dieters, and she's on the run. Trying to go all the way to the hoop. She scores.
Nobody picked her up. She's got 7. Her first field goal of the second half.
Speed pick it up a little bit. Here's Poston. Through Finke to the near side. They'll kick it back and reset. For Maddie Quatham. Quatham goes to the hoop. She put it too high off the glass. And the rebound pulled down by Poston. Back up top. Here's a 3. That one's no good. Put back, no good. That was a miss for Flake, and the rebound goes out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Bowling Green, I believe.
Yeah, I think somebody got their hand in there on that outlet pass and deflected it.
Poston to inbound. They get things going again. Pass through the hands. May have been helped a little bit there by Dieters. And she has the ball back the other way for Bowling Green. Here's a 3, top of the key. That one's good.
Charlton with a 3.
Yeah, she steps out. Makes it 46-18. 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. And lots of traffic through the lane.
And guess who's on the floor again? Yep, Finke.
Yeah. She has gotten herself beat up tonight. They call the foul on the first on Avery Gam.
Sparks back in. Gam will take a seat.
They lob it in. Finke gets it down low. That shot off the glass, no good, but a foul going to be whistled on Kaylin Charlton.
And send Carson Flake to the line to shoot 2 shots.
46-18 our score, 25.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. First shot's good. Kind of a line drive free throw.
Looks like a swoosh in the scorebook tomorrow, right?
Yep, missed the second one, however. So Flake hits 1 of 2. And here comes Bowling Green with 20 seconds on the clock. Tallman gets it to Dieters. Grace thought about driving, kicks it back. Now they're going to go to the hoop. That shot off the glass, no. Charlton misses, and the rebound pulled down by Montgomery with 8 seconds to go. They get it ahead. Here's a 3. Will they beat the buzzer with the tray? No. Dieters grabs the rebound, lets time run out, and we've played 3 quarters here at Bowling Green High School. Montgomery County leads the LadyCats 47-18 as we head to the fourth on KJFM.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for ego. Power beyond belief.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Start of the fourth quarter here from Bowling Green High School. Mark Ronick, Jim Ross here with you on a Tuesday. Have we heard? I don't think we know quite what we're planning the rest of the week as of yet, so stay with us on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com for all the details.
Positive quarter for the Lady Bobcats. They scored 10 points in that quarter, but still trail 47-18.
8 minutes on the clock, and Montgomery will have the ball to start quarter number 4. And there was a whistle.
Something on the floor.
Little refuse there. Will they reset to 8 minutes?
Piece of gum? No. Referee stuck in his pocket. He'll be sorry he did if it was gum.
Nope. They don't reset the clock. They'll just play it from there. To the near side. Here's a three. That one rolls down for Hannah Broniak. She's got 9 points, and it's 50-18.
All from deep, all 3-pointers.
Lob pass. They get it down to Charlton. Charlton blocked, and the loose ball picked up by Montgomery. Here's Sam Quatham with it. Drops it far side. That shot from the baseline's no good, and Sparks gets a rebound, but we've got another player bleeding, and that's Kaylin Charlton. She must have got popped with that ball in the nose. I thought it got rejected back into her face, and yeah, she's sticking a wad of toilet paper up there right now.
This has been it hasn't been that physical of a game. We've had blood from two teams, both teams so far. Players from both teams.
Down to 7:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass down low. Sparks ended up getting the ball back. That shot is no good. And the rebound tipped and taken by Renee Finke. Finke, a bloody player from earlier. And I don't mean that in the British context. Is blocked, but she'll go to the line.
You got to say it with a little different accent. I think he's going to get to shoot a couple of free throws. A foul on Twellman, her third.
They had the clock stop momentarily, but it is rolling again with a 32-point lead. And the first shot is no good for Finke. Boys varsity action coming up next here on KJFM. And the second shot's good, 51-18. 6 points now for Finke. And a few drops short as far as the blood levels go, and that one is taken away. Montgomery has the ball back, three-pointer offline, and Sparks grabs the rebound off the steal at the other end. Here's Dieters with it across the stripe with 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Grace, and a drive, stops at the free throw line. Her shot off the back iron and out, and we're going to have a foul on Dieters, I believe, foul on her shot.
Yeah, that's one of those you just let go. Now we walk to the other end and shoot free throws.
And that's going to eat up this fourth quarter running clock.
It will do that. Sam Quatham, who hadn't scored from the field, should get a one-on-one.
She's 3 of 6 and goes over 50% with that first shot. Earns the second. 4 of 7 from the line. One more opportunity, and she hit them both. Nothing but net on that one. 5 points tonight for Sam. And almost 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Twellman for the LadyCats. On the near point, gives up her dribble, now gives up the ball to Haley Chandler. Chandler bounce pass down low. That shot is blocked and taken from Womack. Back the other way come the Wildcats to the near side. Here's a long pass back to the point. Rogers, Malia has the ball taken from her by Twellman, and a timeout taken by Bowling Green. 4:41 to play in the fourth quarter, 53-18. Montgomery leads the LadyCats on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
53-18. Montgomery County leading Bowling Green here in the fourth quarter. Got a running clock. Timeout was taken by the LadyCats. Cheerleaders doing a nice job down below us, even with the socially distanced crowd. No social distancing in the student section, however, but it's not as big as it usually would be.
Yeah, social distance and students, come on.
Usually, if they're going to social distance, they're going to do that on their own.
I mean, that's actually part of what I miss with this COVID thing. It's just, I mean, even in the pro games and stuff, it almost seems like you're watching a video game with fake crowd noise being pumped in. And in games like tonight, you don't have any crowd noise because there's not too terribly many people here. I'm ready for the old days.
Yeah, I was watching the Blues home opener last night. 300 invited guests in there, and it just wasn't as exciting as that shot is up and good. Is that Dieters?
It was. She's got 9.
And back the other way comes Montgomery with 4:13 on the clock. They come near side. That shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Womack. I think she got the shot clean, but she had a hand on the hip.
I believe that'll be her second. And to the line is Hannah Broniak.
Yeah, that is the second on Kaylin Womack. And the first shot for Broniak is long.
Nothing but threes for her tonight so far in the scoring column.
She needs one to reach double digits. Back out of the locker room is Kaylin Charlton, so I'm guessing they've gotten that blood at least stopped for the moment.
Jade Meyer will check in along with Fairchild for Bowling Green.
53-20, and the second shot is good, so she is into double figures with 10. Hannah Broniak, and the ball rolls away, and they're not going to do much to stop it because that's another couple of seconds off the clock. Closing in on 5 minutes gone here in the fourth. 54-20, and Dieters gets to the near side for Twellman. Twellman comes out of the near side with it, gets it back to Dieters. Grace trying to find some sort of real estate, kicks it back to Twellman. Twellman back to Dieters. Dieters back at the point again, and she angles to the far side, backs up, and comes back near side, working against Carson Flake. Finds some room to the baseline. That shot's good. Good flying sideways shot there from Grace Dieters.
Tough angle, too, and it went in.
2.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Men's varsity action coming up at the conclusion of this one. They kick it back over to the far side now. A little more deliberate now offensively are the Lady Wildcats, and with it is Maddie Quatham. So Sam, they drop it down low. That shot blocked, but a foul is going to send Carson Flake to the line to try and improve on her 10-point night.
She'll get another 2-shot opportunity. Foul's going to go on Sparks, which is her third.
Minute 50 to play, and the clock's still running. And the first shot's no good.
Gam back in for Twellman for Bowling Green.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the last we see of Twellman tonight. The second shot missed as well. And Briley Sparks with the rebound. Minute 20 to play here in the fourth quarter. All Montgomery tonight, although Bowling Green has played better than their first meeting back in the Montgomery tournament. A steal by the Lady Wildcats. As Rogers took it away, here's a three from the far side off the mark. That was Maddie Quatham, and the rebound pulled down by Bowling Green. Under a minute to play now. Here's Dieters with it. Grace lost control, out of bounds. Turnover back to Montgomery.
Much better with the turnovers in the second half. Only 5 for Bowling Green compared to 16 in the first half.
Well, it looks like the boys JV game is over as Montgomery County's come back into the gym. Quatham with it. That's Maddie trying to drive the lane. Shot can't sneak over. The rebound was pulled down by Jade Meyer, and now a travel called on Jade as she fell to the floor down to 18 seconds. No, it's called against Montgomery. So they wrestled it away in there at the bottom of that pile. 10 seconds to go here from Bowling Green High School. Dieters has it knocked away from behind, down to 5 seconds. They'll hold it and let the final seconds tick off. Montgomery County wins this one 54-22 over Bowling Green. We'll have the postgame show for you next on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Not a whole bunch to say. 54-22, our final. Montgomery is good, and they are deep as far as their bench goes, and they put it to Bowling Green tonight.
Yeah, that they did. The fourth quarter was a kind of a, did it feel like a who cares fourth quarter to you? Like they just kind of went through the motions, and, of course, the clock was running, and so it didn't have a lot of time in terms of on the 24-hour clock to play. But, yeah, Bowling Green played better, I think. Didn't turn the ball over near as much, cut their turnovers down by 7 or 8. Took care of the basketball. They were 7 for 9 from the free throw line. I think it was a lot mental, don't you? I mean, they know what happened in the first game, which was the first game of the year, and they just kind of panicked and played nervous. And, you know, if they can get past that, I'm not going to tell you they're going to beat Montgomery County this year, but they can certainly have a decent showing if they can just get past the jitters of playing a really good team.
Yeah, and maybe, you know, you got to find that fourth or fifth player. I think Bowling Green right now, I mean, they're young. They've got to kind of grow that talent a little bit. If they can find that starting five that really works and can share the ball, because right now besides the ball handling of Dieters and Twellman, you don't have much option as far as carrying the ball. Sparks does a good job. She's not much of a shooting threat.
Right.
So if you can't find Dieters open or somebody open down low, you're just not going to put many points on the board. And I think that was, again, part of the problem tonight. Our final scoring numbers in this one as we get ready for the men's varsity game. For Bowling Green, 5 points for Twellman, 6 points for Kaylin Charlton, and 11 points for Grace Dieters. For Montgomery County, they had 2 points from Maddie Poston and Maddie Quatham each. 5 points night for Sam Quatham, all from the free throw line. 6 points each for Olivia Shaw and for Renee Finke. 10 points each for Carson Flake and Hannah Broniak. And the leading scorer in this game, 11 points for Malia Rogers. So not a whole lot of big-time scoring, but you run it through, 14, 15 players, and they've all contributed in one way or another. You're going to have a 54-22 victory, and that's what you have here tonight as Montgomery County gets past Bowling Green. We'll wrap up this post-game show, transition to the pregame show before the Bowling Green Bobcats take on the Montgomery County Wildcats. It's coming up next on KJFM.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercBK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And not a whole bunch of time to talk about this one, Jim Ross, but Bowling Green has been playing much better recently on the floor, and they've grown a lot since their early struggles, especially when Montgomery last saw them in the Montgomery County tournament.
Yeah, I think I'm really intrigued by this game because Bowling Green defensively on Friday night against Van Far just stuck it to Van Far and it would look like a totally different team to me. And so now they get a top-tier team as Montgomery County comes in at 9-3. And again, they played a heck of a schedule. Their losses are to Monroe City, Mexico, and Winfield, who have a total of 4 losses between all 3 of them. So they're tested as well. They've got the big guy Colin Parker in the middle, but Bowling Green, their biggest challenge is scoring, finding somebody can score consistently. They got a lot of points off of defense against Van Far on Friday night, and so that'll work for them. If you don't have that go-to guy offensively in the half-court offense, if you can get points off turnovers, that'll go a long way towards helping you. Now the challenge is great. There's no question about it here tonight, and we'll see how that defense can withstand this good Montgomery County team.
We're just 3 minutes away from introductions. We'll take a quick break, come back with your keys to the game after this on KJFM.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate in Louisiana.
I'd say Keys, Bowling Green has to keep up that good defense, and just like the girls' game, they can't be timid against this Montgomery County team.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They just can't freak out. Play defense, do your thing, stay within yourself, and try and get points off of turnovers and see how it works out for you.
And foul trouble was an issue early on in the season. I think that's gotten better as the season's gone along, but you got to stay. Keep them away from the free throw line because they are a very good free throw shooting team as well. So there's our keys to the game. Starting lineups coming up next on KJFM.
This is Kyle Schurter, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And the starting lineups first for the Montgomery County Wildcats. They're coached by Scott Krager. They'll start number 3, a 5'10 junior, Logan Hutchison. Number 5 gets a start, a 6-foot junior, Drake Smith. Number 15, a 5'10 junior, Ethan Rackers gets a start tonight. Number 22, 5'10 junior, Keenan James. And number 24, a 6'7 senior, Colin Parker. For Bowling Green, they just got introduced on the floor, and we'll introduce them to you now with the new hairstyle. It's number 1, 6-foot senior, Michael Starks. Number 10 gets the start, 5'8 junior, Owen Niemeyer. Number 12, a 6-foot junior, Braden Heidecker. Number 22, a 6'1 sophomore, Gunnar Bryant. And number 24, a 6'2 sophomore, Dylan Dalton. So again, for Montgomery, it's Hutchinson, Smith, Rakers, James, and Parker. For Bowling Green, it's Starks, Niemeyer, Heidecker, Bryant, and Dalton.
One thing we didn't mention in the pregame is Montgomery will try and push the pace at all times, at all costs. It'll be Parker against Gunnar Bryant jumping center. And the ball's loose, and who they're going to say that one out on? They're going to say Bowling Green will get the ball that's deflected out of bounds. They're in their home whites with red numbers, black trim. Moving from our right to our left. Montgomery in their road blues with white numbers, black trim. And they try and force it inside. It's deflected out to Dalton. As a man-to-man defense employed by Montgomery this first trip down. Heidecker on the left wing. Puts it on the floor to Bryant at the head of the key. Right wing to Niemeyer. Niemeyer with the left hand goes into the paint. Has his shot swatted away. Good defense, and here comes Montgomery on the push. Into the front court, that's James. He'll hand it back to Parker. To James in the far corner. Now to Rakers. Maybe it's Rackers. I better get that right. Now Parker's going to fire a three from the left wing. Big boy comes way outside. It's off the mark. Bowling Green with the rebound. Both teams with an offensive possession. They both come up empty. Heidecker in the far corner gets it inside to Bryant. He'll go up. It's swatted away by Parker. So 2 trips down, 2 blocked shots by Montgomery County. Rackers into the front court for Montgomery to the free throw line. Kicks it back to James. James from the free throw. Right wing now to Hutchison. It goes through his hands. He'll track down a loose ball. Now penetrates into the paint, up off the glass. No good, and it's going to go off the Bowling Green. Back to Montgomery underneath their own basket. We've played a minute and 15 seconds. We're still scoreless.
I like the pace to start the game.
Rackers lobs it into Parker in the mid-paint area. He'll kick it out to Hutchison. His three's good. Logan Hutchinson opens the scoring for both teams, and here comes the full-court press. Niemeyer breaks it. He's going to go in against Parker. Changes his shot. It won't go, but the rebound stolen away by Bryant, and he'll travel.
Yeah, that was a Eurasia step there.
Yeah, a little extra in there, wasn't there? 6:24 to play. Montgomery leads 3-0. And Bowling Green's turned it over 3 times already. Inside, they get it to Hutchison on the block. Littlest guy on the floor to Smith. Back to Hutchison. Right wing now to Rackers. He'll fire a three. It's partially blocked by Starks. Niemeyer up quickly to Bryant. He'll go in against Parker. It's swatted away again. And Montgomery comes away with it once again. Up on the break, and they throw it away. Going a little too fast that time. Hutchison thought Rackers was going to the bucket, but he'd slammed on the break, so they turn it over and give it back to Bowling Green. 1-2-1-1 press. No problem. Starks goes in, and Parker blocks another one. So Bowling Green's had 5 offensive possessions, and there's been a block shot in every one of them so far. So that'll give you the idea of the height advantage that Montgomery County possesses.
Height advantage, speed, body control, all factors.
But it's just a 3-0 lead for Montgomery here in the early going. Starks right wing to Bryant. Bryant left wing to Niemeyer. Niemeyer throws it underneath to Dalton. He's all alone. He'll score. Dylan Dalton spun around, was expecting the defender, and there was nobody home, and he had a wide open shot, and it's 3-2 Montgomery. Smith now on the right wing for the Wildcats. To James, near corner to Parker. Parker penetrates into the lane, has it deflected, gets it back at the free throw line, in the right corner to Rackers. Rackers to Parker, underneath now to Smith. They whip it around outside to Rackers. His 3 ball's short. Niemeyer with the rebound. He'll push it up. They don't have numbers, but Heidecker goes to the block, gets it to Dalton. He's alone again. And Bowling Green has their first lead of the night at 4-3. That'll build a little confidence for the Bobcats.
If they can keep finding that all night, woo.
No doubt. Smith at the free throw line. His shot from 15 is way off the mark. Parker with the rebound. His putback won't go. And Bryant with the rebound. Niemeyer tries to push it up, gets it to Heidecker. Ball's deflected. He'll have to slow it down. Now wait, and they get it inside to Bryant, and they're going to call an offensive foul.
First foul of the ball game goes against Gunnar Bryant on the offensive end, and yeah, he dropped that shoulder just a little bit.
And in comes
Elijah Carter.
Elijah Carter.
That was the player that we saw all week long at Montgomery County before the tournament games would start shooting threes.
Wasn't eligible yet, yeah. Another little fun fact from Montgomery, their assistant coach, for those of you that have some history in high school basketball in the St. Louis area, LaFonso Ellis Jr. is the assistant coach. Entry pass is deflected by Niemeyer from the wing, goes out of bounds. Also in is Ty Lue for Montgomery.
They made Carter take off his white undershirt under his blue jersey, so he just checked into the ball game officially for the first time. And I remember LaFonso Ellis as a Denver Nugget myself. But, of course, played at Notre Dame.
Yeah, you're not old enough to remember him at East St. Louis. 3 balls on the way from Smith this time, and it's money. Second 3-ball game for Montgomery County, and they lead 6-4. Heidecker gets it into Starks. He'll get it in the front court, into a double team, stolen away. Can't do that. Stay out of the double teams. Carter into the front court to Parker. He puts it in from 10. Carter's actually the guy Montgomery County was missing. Somebody can really handle the ball. We'll see if it works. And there's a travel by Starks. He got a little ahead of himself. Ball bounced up. Got to pick it up and stop. He kept going. That's a traveling violation. So it's an 8-4 lead for Montgomery County with 3:23 to play here in the first. Carter into the front court now. Left wing to Hutchinson. Still in a man-to-man are the Bobcats. Hutchinson right wing to Carter. Had the key to Smith. Smith lobs it inside to Parker. He makes the catch on the left block, and that's easy for him from there. He's got 4, and there's a timeout on the floor. Craig Smith coaching tonight as Brandon McCann still in protocols. First time out, 10-4. Montgomery leads it. You listen to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Well, hopefully Coach Smith been able to settle the troops. And they'll get a good offensive possession, trailing by 6 here with exactly 3 minutes to play in the first. Niemeyer into the front court, right wing to Heidecker. And he throws it away, but Starks picks up the loose ball from the left wing, and we've got an illegal pick on, well, they're going to call it on Dalton, I think, aren't they?
Yes, they are. His first, team second.
Starks hesitated a little bit, and Dalton was trying to get there to set a pick, but didn't quite make it. And is whistled for what nowadays is called an offensive foul. Into the front court, Carter. Backdoor cut to Lou, and he throws it into the student section of Bowling Green. That's the second turnover of the game for the Wildcats. Again, full court pressure. You'll see that pretty much all night. Niemeyer, no problem, up the far sideline in front of the benches, gets it underneath to Dalton. He puts it on the floor, hands it back to Starks. They're in the paint. They got to get out of there. Niemeyer drives baseline and running with one hand's up and good. Owen Niemeyer with his first bucket of the night. Cuts the lead to 4, 10-6, down to 2:20 to play here in the first. Right wing to Lou. He'll drive to the right block, shoots it. A line drive goes straight in the bucket. I don't know how that got over the front of the rim, and it's 12-6. Dalton throws it long to Niemeyer. He's got Bryant coming with help. He goes up against Parker, and Parker will pick up the foul that time as Niemeyer made sure there was body contact. And Parker will pick up his first. And Bowling Green will have their first free throws of the night.
That's how you're going to get him, is in transition like that.
And a shot blocker, that's what you want to do. You want to get into their chest. You don't want to get away from them where they can use their height and swat away. Get into their chest and see how they handle that. As Niemeyer's first free throw, almost pinned between the backboard and the rim. He'll get a second, however, as Bowen will come into the game for Bowling Green.
Even 6 minutes gone here in the first.
Back into the game for the first time. Back in the game, I should say, is Keenan James for Montgomery. As Niemeyer makes the second. Marcus Starks will return. Niemeyer will sit for Bowling Green. 12-7, Montgomery on top. Mark Froenig, Jim Ross, Bowling Green High School. Glad to have you with us for this EMO conference matchup. So far, it's been a good one. Carter has it now, guarded by Starks. He'll get it to Parker. He'll penetrate in the paint. Finger roll up and good. Big fella's signed to go to Columbia College, and he's got 6. Dalton gets it into the front court to Starks. He's going to take it to the glass, and it's going to be swatted away by Lou. 6th block shot of the game. I better start marking those down. My memory won't be that good.
Ty Lue, not your prototypical shot blocker.
No, he's not. Bowen, that's Charlie into the paint. His runner's off the glass. Parker with the rebound. Bowen got to the glass a little too strong. And back comes Parker. He'll hand it off to Lou. Now to Rackers. Rackers, they fake the handoff. Get it to Parker on the right wing. He'll skip it over. 3 ball on the way from the left wing. That was James. It won't go. Bowen with the rebound. Looks to Starks. 3 on 3. Let's see if he wants to push it. He's going to pick up the foul on the drive. I believe that'll be on Carter. His first. They're saying the foul was outside the arc, which means it'll be a sideline throw in rather than on the baseline. Bryant and Niemeyer return for Bowling Green. Starks with it. That's Marcus. The only Starks in the game right now. Spins around, gets it back to Heidecker between the circles. Down under 50 seconds to play. They'll lob it into Bryant. He'll go up off the glass. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up on the other side. Count the bucket and the foul. Great work by Gunnar Bryant on the glass, and he'll get a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Second foul on Carter for Montgomery.
Got 4 games, 2 sets of officials, and I guess this set stayed with the guys, and the other set stayed with the girls.
You have got it figured out, Mr. Flonick, as the free throw is good. And it's 14-10. Montgomery still on top. Down to 36 to play. Lou penetration to the glass and good. A little stop and go move at the top of the key, and then the lane opened up, and he shot a layup, and it's 16-10. Back comes Bowling Green. They nearly throw it away as Carter can't control it. He had the steal but lost the handle. And he'll go to the bench with those 2 fouls. Drake Smith will return for Montgomery. 22.9 if you're watching this online. We've got the time on there, Mark, the technological wizard. No telling what it'll have by the time we broadcast next time. Bowen gets it inside to Bryant. He'll put it up over the big man, Parker, and it's good. Gunnar Bryant's got 5, and it's 16-12, down to 12 seconds. Back come the Wildcats. See if they know how much time's left. The Rackers now on the crossover drill, gets to Parker. Parker's going to shoot a fadeaway 3 from the head of the key, front of the ring, no good, and that'll do it for the first quarter. It was a good one, but Montgomery leads at 16-12. You're listening to the high school game of the week on Eagle 102.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, a good first quarter for the Cats. They trail by 4, however, Mark, 16-12, but they survived that first quarter. Maybe they can build some confidence off that.
And they started figuring out how exactly to attack the big man, Colin Parker. The last 4 minutes, they did a lot better job than the first 2-3 minutes, where every time down the floor they were getting a block.
Yeah, 6 to be exact. Not all by Parker. There were a couple other fellows that joined in the block fest there for a while.
The block party?
Yeah. Montgomery will get it to start the second. Be Smith, Rackers, Parker, Lou, and James for Montgomery. We'll check the Bowling Green lineup when they get the ball. Lou's going to penetrate in. He gets it to the glass. It won't go. Bryant with the rebound off to Niemeyer. He'll look to run. 2-on-2. Gets it to Bowen on the block, puts it up off the glass, no good. Bryant goes high for the rebound. He can't get it to go. And Montgomery gets the rebound. Back they come quickly. Smith into the paint. Kicks it outside. They'll whip it around to Parker on the left wing. He'll drive left baseline, stops, kicks it out to Smith. They'll reset at the head of the key. Smith's going to drive down the paint. His shot's up and good. Somebody's got to stop the ball. Didn't work that time. Niemeyer into the front court. Niemeyer, Bryant, Starks, Heidecker, and Bowen for Bowling Green as we've played just about a minute here in this second quarter. Bryant has some hops. He can play inside with the big guys, I think. Heidecker on the right wing. Backs up behind the arc, back to Starks. It's Michael with it. He looks at Lou, who guards him. In the corner now to Bowen. Back to Starks. He'll penetrate from the right wing, puts it off the glass, rolls out, won't go. Parker with the rebound. They'll look to run. The big man is caught from behind and stolen by Bryant. To Starks. Layups up and good. That's the way you do it. That's the way it worked. It's points off of turnovers on Friday night. They did that very well. And it's 18-14 Montgomery. Bowling Green hanging tough. Smith into the front court now. Left wing to Rackers. Rackers directing traffic to Smith. Smith in the high post. It's deflected away by Bryant. He'll be whistled for his second foul. That's not what you wanted to see.
Not at all. And he'll have to come out of the ball game.
So will Bowen. Into the game will be Caden Chandler, and Dalton will return. Montgomery triggers it inbounds. Head of the key, wide open three for Smith, way off the mark. Rebound by Dalton. Let's see if Bowling Green can cut into this 4-point lead. Niemeyer into the front court now. Down to 6 minutes to play in the first half. And throws it away. Stolen as he tried to get it into the post. 7th turnover. They get it ahead. On the reverse layup. Won't go by James. And Bowling Green with the rebound. They'll come back quickly. Starks drives to the left wing. Kicks it to Heidecker. Heidecker to the right elbow. He'll pull up from 15. Count the bucket and the foul. Braden Heidecker with a sweet-looking runner. And he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Boy, he hung up there for a while. Through contact and put up a beautiful shot.
Lou will pick up the foul. And Heidecker, the 6-foot junior, will try and complete the three-point play. Hits a little bit of everything, won't go. Parker with the rebound. To Hutchison, or check that, Rackers. Back to Parker. Hutchison checked in during that free throw. He has the ball now right wing. Puts it on the floor with the left hand in the paint. Kicks it to Parker. He's open three, left wing, good. Colin Parker, he's got 9 of the 21 for Montgomery. Into the front court now, Starks. He has it swatted from behind, but it's going to go out of bounds.
I thought it was off his own foot, and they're going to call a tie-up.
Nope, they're going to get some help from one of the other officials who saw it. And they're going to talk about it. It did not go off of his foot, they say. Now they're going to let the sub in. They are. That's Marcus Starks. And Heidecker will take a seat. There's a little confusion. They got together and talked about it. Don't know if they got it right, but that's the way it is, right?
All right.
Dalton travels. Got the inbounds pass at the free throw line. Took a step before he put it on the floor. And the 8th turnover gives it back to Montgomery. Boy, the turnovers, that's the story right now. Montgomery leading by 5 with the ball, and they turn it over. Niemeyer with it. He's going to try and beat everybody to the other end. He'll go up as Hutchison caught him, but he fouled him as well. And Niemeyer will go to the line to shoot 2 shots as well.
First foul on Logan Hutchison.
Good hustle by Hutchison to catch up with Niemeyer and stop the wide open layup. Niemeyer, a 5'8" junior. He looks a little taller than 5'8" in my book. Maybe I wrote it down wrong. Second free throw is on the way. It's off the back of the rim as well. And Montgomery with the rebound.
That's what he was listed at the beginning of the season. Maybe he had a growth spurt, but I think he's been that height all season long.
Montgomery with it. Hutchinson now to Lou. Lou penetrates in. He's quick. Fadeaway jumper from 10's good. Ty Lue is 6'1" junior. Gives Montgomery their matches it is their biggest lead at 7, 23-16. Niemeyer slashes down the paint. It's off the mark. No good. Parker with the rebound. He'll get it up to Hutchinson. He'll penetrate in. That's going to be a blocking foul on Starks. Didn't quite get there in time.
First on Marcus.
Heidecker will come in. Niemeyer will take a seat. Clark will return, or check that Carter will return for Rackers for Montgomery. Carter will throw it in. They lob it into Parker. He's going to shoot the fadeaway 10-footer. In and out, no good. And over the back foul on Smith.
His first on Drake Smith.
16 foul, 14 fouls on Bowling Green with 4:17 to play here in the first half. Again, full court pressure. Bowling Green really hasn't had any trouble with the full court press. Their turnovers have been in the half court. Heidecker gets it into the front court now with 4:05 to play. Gets it back to Starks. They'll run play number 2, I believe he called. Heidecker now at the head of the key. On the dribble, gets it in the near corner to Starks. That's Marcus. His three's off the mark, no good. And the rebound's going to go off of Chandler as he was battling with Parker. But it goes out of bounds back to Montgomery County.
Coach Krager not only wanted the ball, but wanted a foul called.
I think that's called begging. That's what they call that. Not much contact and all that. Lou has it now for Montgomery outside the three-point arc. They lead it 23-16. Into Smith. He'll shoot a fadeaway runner. It won't go. Lou tries to throw it back down. It won't go. Parker with the rebound. It's still loose.
Oh.
And stolen back by Lou. Man, Dalton got the rebound and stole it, threw it, and Lou stole it and shot a layup. He's got 8, and the lead is now 9. What a turnaround that was.
Yeah, that's one where everyone in the gym saw what was coming except for the player with the ball.
Dalton at the head of the key now, left wing to Starks. They got to get him on track. He'll shoot the 3. It's no good. Starks only with 2 points in this game. Parker, this big man, 6'7", handles the ball. Carter gets it on the baseline, up and under to Smith. His layup's good, and Coach Craig Smith called the time. A good one that is as well. 2:56 to play in the half, 27-16. Montgomery stretching things out. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
27-16 our score. Well, things were good through the first quarter. The wheels have kind of fallen off a little bit here in the second.
Yeah, the turnovers have been an issue. And again, Parker has adjusted to the game and is able to control the rebounds at the other end. That wasn't the case the last 4 minutes of the first quarter. So Bowling Green has to make the adjustment, and this timeout probably a good time to do that.
Trailing by 11, which is the biggest lead by either team in this game. Montgomery's going to back off of the full court pressure. Starks gets it to Heidecker on right baseline, goes underneath the bucket to Bryant. He'll go up against the big fella, another block, but Bowling Green maintains possession. Gets it to Starks, his left-handed layup's up and good. Michael Starks has got 4. Carter into the front court for Montgomery. To Lou in the near corner. Lou puts it on the floor, spins to the baseline to Parker, left wing now to Hudson. He'll shoot the 3. It's in and out, no good. And Heidecker with the rebound for Bowling Green. They can cut into this lead. 27-18 is the lead for Montgomery with 2:15 to play in the first. That would be first half. Michael to Marcus on the wing, in the corner now to Heidecker. He'll shoot it from 15, good. Braden Heidecker has 4. And it's 27-20. Carter walks it into the front court. Now to Hutchison. To Lou, to Carter in the near corner. He'll shoot the three. It's no good. Bryant with the rebound. He's going to be fouled by Parker.
That's Colin Parker's second.
And that'll be, is that just the sixth? Or no, that's the seventh. We're going to shoot free throws. And Gunnar Bryant's going to go to the line and get a one-on-one opportunity. Gunnar is 6'1", sophomore, had a breakout season on the football field this year. And doing quite well. We talked about his free throw styles, the side-to-side dribble, and it works for him because he makes it. Kind of gets you in a dance motion and drains the free throw, gets you a little feel for the basketball. Don't see that very often. Usually it's a straight up and down dribble.
Just loosen him up a little bit.
He's hit nothing but net with both of them.
3 for 3 from the line, 7 points in the game.
Dalton comes in. Bryant will take a seat. Down to 1:49 to play. Lead back to 5 for Montgomery at 27-22. Carter into the front court for the Wildcats. Lou, free throw line, penetration down inside. Now a quick ball movement to Smith. I checked that was, yeah, it was Smith. And a layup for him against the full court pressure now. Heidecker up the far sideline in front of the score table. Pulls up in front of the Montgomery bench with 1:20. Gets it to Michael. To Bowen, right wing, head of the key to Dalton. Dalton left wing to Michael. Michael between the legs, crossover to the baseline, shot up, count the bucket and the foul.
Nice.
Foul's going to go against Keenan James, I believe, but Starks will go to the line to try and complete the three-point play.
That is the first on James. I thought you said King James. I'm looking for LeBron out there.
King James. Keenan, I might enunciate a little better, hey? Hutchinson will take a seat. Rackers will return for Montgomery. 29-24. Starks free throw short front of the rim as Montgomery's got Parker out of the game, so he doesn't pick up that third in this final minute of the half. Smith, left wing, crosses it over, spins into the paint, kicks it outside. There's going to be a foul. He got his feet tangled up with
Caden Chandler.
And they're going to whistle a foul on Chandler. Foul's on the floor, just a 5th team foul. So Montgomery will have it underneath their own basket. They get it in the corner to Carter. He'll drain the three. Nobody got there. Looks like they ended up calling that foul on Niemeyer instead of Chandler. Yeah, he wasn't even close. Back come the Bobcats of Bowling Green. Into the front court, Starks tries to whip it inside, but it was about 2 feet too tall for Chandler. And that's the 10th turnover of the game for Bowling Green. Now they're going to bring Parker back in for the last 37 seconds. Try and work something offensively to him, I would guess, in the paint. Carter with it. Crosses it over. Still has Starks all over him. He'll get it to Smith. Down to 25 seconds. Smith penetrates in the paint, spin, throws it up off the glass, no good. Parker has the rebound. He's going to be tied up, and we've got a whistle on a foul.
Bowling Green wanted a tie-up. Not going to get it there.
Foul is going to go on
Dalton is second.
And Montgomery will have it underneath their own basket with 17 seconds to play in the half. Left side of the paint, they lob it in, stolen up. No, Starks nearly stole it. Still loose. Who's going to come up with Niemeyer on the floor? And we're going to have a jump ball. And on the alternating arrow, Bowling Green will get it. Ooh, great defense and hustle by the Cats that time. Niemeyer getting all over the floor. You like that?
He did about a 6-foot slide there.
Yes, he did. As Bryant and Dalton check back in, or Bryant and Heidecker, I should say, check back in. And they'll have it, will the Bobcats, with 11.8 to play at the 28-foot mark in the front court. They'll throw it in the back court to Niemeyer. Let's see what play they've got set up. Starks to the free throw line to Niemeyer. Left wing three. It's off the mark. Hits nothing. Lou with the rebound. He's going to run out of time. And that's going to do it for the first half. The score, the Montgomery County Wildcats 32, the Bowling Green Bobcats 24. Halftime shows next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
32-24 our score at half, and Michael Starks comes out of the locker room, went and looked at the score table, checked out a cell phone, and now he's going through the lobby area. So I don't know what's going on there.
I know Mom and Sis are right down there. They don't know what's going on either, so I don't know. But two quarters completely identical. 16-12 in the first quarter. Montgomery outscored Bowling Green 16-12 in the second quarter.
That they did. Turnovers. 6 for Montgomery, 10 for Bowling Green. But Bowling Green's seem to be at less opportune times than Montgomery's. In fact, early, if you recall, Bowling Green was scoring off of the turnovers from Montgomery City, but that kind of subsided in the second quarter, and Montgomery was able to settle into their half-court offense.
It was good to get Colin Parker 2 fouls, but just got to take care of the ball a little bit more. A couple of careless turnovers, especially in the backcourt coming off rebounds. Ty Lue took advantage on a beautiful play. And I said at the time, everyone in the gym saw it, but the guy that threw the pass, but it's just good court awareness, and Montgomery County sniffs the ball. I mean,
they do. They search the passing lanes, and you know that's an old trick of acting like you're going to run down the floor and then do a 180 and turn around and steal the inbounds pass or the outlet pass, which is exactly what Lou did there, and caught Bowling Green off guard, and theoretically a 4-point turnaround as gave up a layup instead of shooting at the other end, but. You know, they're still in this game, 8-point lead. You said Parker's got 2, so does Carter. Bryant with 2, Dalton with 2. Those aren't any things to worry about going into this second half. Both of those, each of those 4 players will be ready to play here in the second half, and we'll see if Bowling Green can correct some of those little minor mistakes and crawl back into this thing.
It doesn't Montgomery kind of feel like the Scott Krager teams from Ellsbury, the teams he played on, where the little guys just buzz around like bees, and then the big guys are there when you need them?
Yeah, you usually coach in your element, right?
Yeah,
and yeah, that's exactly the way they're going to rebound and then try and break every time they can. They're going to press and try and score off the press, and that's exactly what Ellsbury did back in the day when they had a good team when Scott was there.
Yeah, I can see a Kevin Dotson out there. I can see a Scott Losing out there. I can see the element, even a little bit of Hurley action going on out there. It's interesting how a coach can can not only bring his style or the style that he grew up in, that system he grew up in, but put his own spin on it. And there's a lot of Scott Krager out there for Montgomery County this year. We'll take a break. We'll come back with your first half scoring numbers. 32-24. Montgomery leads Bowling Green here at the half on KJFM.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Well, he figured out the Michael Starks mystery. He's got some blood on his number 1 jersey for Bowling Green. They're trying to get that out. The trainer behind there, I don't know what she was using, but she was.
They got that magic potion they have to put on there. It supposedly doesn't take it out, but
takes the blood out of the blood.
Neutralizes it, yeah.
Anything that might be going on in there. All right, first half scoring numbers for Bowling Green. 6 points for Starks, so you got to get him back in there. 7 for Gunnar Bryant. 3 points for Owen Niemeyer, 4 for Braden Heinecker, and 4 for Dylan Dalton. Bowling Green 4 of 8 shooting free throws. So if they were 100%, it would be a 2-point game right now.
There you go.
For Montgomery County, they did not go to the free throw line in the first half. They've got 3 points from Kalijah Carter, 3 points for Logan Hutchison, 8 points for Ty Lue, and 9 each for Drake Smith and Colin Parker.
There you have it. So what happens here in the second half? Coach Craig Smith, he's got varsity coaching, boys coaching experience.
He's got a lot of experience, yeah.
And he's had to take over the last 2 games as Brandon McCann's in protocols, as they call it, I think.
Yeah.
And so what kind of adjustments is he going to make in the second half?
Well, and that's something that Craig Smith's always been good at, is making halftime adjustments or in-game adjustments. So I think they have to go after Colin Parker, get him to pick up his third early in the second half. But you got to watch those bees from around the perimeter as well, buzzing around for Montgomery. You can't relax on any of your passes, and you got to be careful. You can't throw it away. Those Brett Favre passes to the baseline 2 foot over everyone's head aren't doing the job either. So
right, and they can run with Montgomery.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But they've got to take care of the basketball, and I think that's the difference. Montgomery's run is more of a controlled run where they do take care of the basketball, where Bowling Green hasn't quite figured it all out yet, where they like to go fast but not necessarily making those pinpoint passes, and they need to do that if they're going to get back into this game.
We'll see what adjustments are made. Third quarter starts in 1 minute on KJFM.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP. Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Well, here we go with the second half, 32-24, Montgomery on top. Looks like they'll have the basketball moving from our right to our left. Their original starting lineup is back in the game, as it is for Bowling Green. So let's see how the top 10 players fare here in this third quarter. And the entry pass is deflected by Starks and goes out of bounds on the first possession, and Montgomery will maintain possession at the 28-foot mark.
LadyCats almost got in on the action there.
The Lady JV Cats. You think the JV game's over with already?
I think so.
That would be a fast JV game. Smith with it, penetrates into the paint, gets it to Parker, left corner, 3 balls, money.
He can step out and shoot from there just as easy as from down low.
He's got 12, and the lead now is 11, matching the biggest of the game. Niemeyer against the man-to-man defense. To Heidecker, long pass cross court, nearly stolen away, but Heidecker tracks it down to Starks. His entry pass is deflected, and now Hutchinson's going to be whistled for a touch foul.
Bowling Green needs a little more movement away from the ball. They're just not getting themselves open.
They're going to pressure defense, so you got a jab step and back cut. What they call a V cut, I believe. And that'll get them freed up. And then they're going to have to deal with Parker in the paint. In the high post to Bryant. He's going to the glass. Parker can't block it, but Niemeyer comes away with the loose ball rebound. He'll get it back to Bryant. He'll go up again. No good. Who's got the rebound? Dalton fights with it, and who's going to come away with it out of the pack is going to be Rackers. And he's going to be fouled, I believe. Or what did they call?
I'm not sure. I think
must
maybe
call
a
a timeout. Yeah, I think Scott Kroger called a timeout as Montgomery had possession. 35-24, we'll step aside as well. 6:57 to play in the third. You listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
It was a timeout for Montgomery City with Rackers in the double team. I think it came from the bench. I'm not a big fan of letting the coach call timeout, but that's the rule, right?
Yeah.
So Montgomery gets it back, or maintains it, possession, I should say. Rackers in the front court, right wing now to James. James to the free throw line. Far corner now to Rackers. Back to Parker, now to Hutchinson. Hutchinson lobs it inside to Smith. He'll spin around. Mid-block area, outside the paint, gets it to Hutchins. He'll penetrate down the paint, and he's going to charge. Out of control was Hutchinson. He'll pick up his third, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. Back-to-back fouls on Logan Hutchison.
And Carter will come back in for him. Kalijah Carter. I won't even begin to tell y'all how to spell that. It's an interesting spelling. So the Cats get it back. Niemeyer into the front court. Left wing now to Starks, right over in front of the Bowling Green bench. Back to Niemeyer. Down the left paint. Up and good. From the left side with the right hand, Owen Niemeyer with his first bucket of the second half. He's got 5. And it's 35-26, Montgomery. Rackers now guarded by Starks. Crosses it over. Gets it to Parker. Parker on the left block. He has his pass deflected, stolen by Dalton. Ooh. And then we have a traveling violation.
Ooh, that one was close.
Moans from the faithful from Bowling Green. Just kind of lost his balance a little bit, did Dalton. Just in the process of getting rid of it. But whistled for the travel, and Montgomery will have it underneath their own basket right side of the paint. They'll lob it in. Parker swats it into the corner to James. Back to Parker. Now to Smith. Smith in the near corner. Dribbles to the wing. Picks up his dribble. Hands it back to Carter. Carter between the circles. Spins, still has his dribble into the paint. He'll go up. His running one-hander won't go. Heidecker with the rebound. Heidecker up quickly to Bryant. Bryant into the front court. He'll take it in. Little fadeaway jump shot won't go. Gets his own rebound. That one's blocked by Parker. And Montgomery will have it. 8th block of the night.
Bowling Green wanted a charge there, didn't get it.
Parker hands it back to Smith. He'll penetrate down the lane. His shot up. Good. Count the bucket and the foul. Drake Smith, great body control that time. And he'll get a chance at the three-point play.
First free throw tonight for the Wildcats.
That's a rarity to go that long without shooting a free throw. Foul's going to go against Bryant, his 3rd. Smith's first free throw is off the mark. Dalton with the rebound. He'll hand it off to Michael Starks. He'll run the point for Bowling Green. They could use a bucket, trailing by 11. Niemeyer tries to throw it inside. It's picked up by Starks and swatted away by Parker. Heidecker with the putback, no good. Bryant with the putback, it won't go either, and Parker now has the rebound. He'll get it to Rackers, and he'll be fouled by Starks.
4:49 to go, 3rd quarter. First foul on Michael Starks.
Caden Chan will check in, and Bryant will take a seat. Down to 4:45 to play here in the 3rd, 37-26, Montgomery on top. Carter, left wing to Rackers. Rackers to Smith in the high post, right wing now to James. James to Parker in the far corner. He'll put it on the floor to the elbow. To the head of the key to Smith. Back to Parker. Parker on the dribble inside the key area. Thinks about shooting it. Doesn't, though. They whip it to the corner to Carter. He'll drive into the paint, and he's going to be tied up by Heidecker. Good defense by Braden, and on the jump ball, and it'll turn the ball over and give it back to Bowling Green. 4:20 to play here in the 3rd. Here comes the full court pressure by Montgomery. It's just going to be full court man this time. Kind of the token variety. Niemeyer into the front court now to Heidecker. Heidecker in the short corner, pulls up from 10. No good. Rebounds loose. Who's going to come up with it? That's going to be Rackers. He'll look to push. He'll get it on the left wing to James. He'll drive baseline. He'll lob it up. No good. And Smith tried to tip it to Carter, but tipped it out of bounds. And Montgomery will give it back to Bowling Green. 3rd turnover of the half, 9th of the game.
Bowling Green's had their shots here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Montgomery's waiting on them. They could just take advantage of it. Bowen returns. Niemeyer takes a seat. Lou back in for Montgomery. As Starks moseys into the front court. Heidecker left wing gets it in the post to Chandler, and he's going to be whistled for the offensive foul. Got that wing out there and hooked the defender. Used to be able to get away with that kind of stuff when I was playing. You only had 2 officials. You could get on the side of the court, they couldn't see it. Can't hardly get away with that one anymore. So the offensive foul gives it back to Montgomery. Down to 3:35 to play in the 3rd. Parker at the head of the key, hands it off to Carter. Carter, a little stop and go, and he carried it.
I've been looking for that for a while, as that's kind of his go-to first move. Kind of swims with that ball.
Ends the game for the first time. Harrison Hunt, he had some fun in the game on Friday night. Scored about 9 points, I think, in the second half. See if he can spice things up here a little bit for the Cats. Heidecker gets it to Bowen. His shot's partially blocked, and he came down with it. And they're going to call traveling.
And the conversation continues.
Well, the ball was hit out of his hands, and he was still in the air, and he came back with it. What's your call?
That's not a travel.
Was tonight. Turnover gives it back to Montgomery. Lou dribbles to the right elbow, down the paint. His runner won't go. Parker's there on the offensive glass. His tip ends up and good.
That's, as the official, you got to say, well, if that happened, I didn't see it.
You get one of those tonight.
Yeah.
Niemeyer drives to the baseline.
Oh, my.
He's going to be called for an offensive foul. I think it's going to be an illegal screen on Chandler, actually. I think the faithful think it's on Niemeyer, but it's not. Chandler came across and picked off a guy, and that's what the foul call was. Wipes away the basket. And Montgomery gets it back with a 13-point lead. Left wing now to James. James guarded by Bowen to Parker. Parker into the paint, spins, kicks it in the corner. Three-pointer by Rackers. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounds loose. Montgomery comes away with a loose ball. Rackers has it in the short corner now. And the key to Lou, his three is off the mark, no good. And we got a foul on Carter.
Going to be the third on Kalijah. 2:18 to go here in the third quarter. Bowling Green needs some points in a bad way.
That they do. They've only scored 2 in the quarter. And we've almost played 6 minutes.
They scored 12 in each quarter. They need some. They got some catching up to do to reach that
little
mark.
10-0 run here would make this a game, right?
Yeah, it would.
Niemeyer to Bowen on the right wing. Had Chandler on the block, didn't get it to him. Hutt now left wing to Niemeyer. He'll shoot the three from the rim, no good. Lou with the rebound. And they'll head the other way. Smith in the front court to James, to Parker left wing. Down to 1:50 to play in the third. Lou right side now to Rackers. To James. James on the dribble to Rackers right wing now. Looks inside to Smith, but a steal by Chandler. Good defense that time by Caden. Bowling Green heads the other way. Niemeyer goes in the paint, and Parker swats it away. .134 to play, 39-26 our score. Subs in, Heidecker, Dalton return. Hunt, and Bowen will take a seat. Bowling Green has it underneath their own basket, right side of the paint. Heidecker looks, gets it into Dalton. Back to Heidecker, he's open for three. It's off the mark. Lou with the rebound on the weak side. And Montgomery will head it to the offensive end up quickly. James decides not to shoot the three. He'll get it back to Rackers, and they'll reset things to Smith. Smith to Lou. Lou, between the legs dribble, backs up between the circles. Now looks for some help. To Rackers, down to 1:10 to play in the third. Smith outside the arc, guarded by Dalton. Now a three-pointer on the way by James. It's off the mark, no good. Loose ball rebound to Rackers. Back to Parker. He'll shoot the three ball from the wing. It's good. That boy can play basketball, folks. Inside and out. Niemeyer into the front court for Bowling Green. 16, the biggest lead of the game for Montgomery. Niemeyer with 41 seconds, lobs it in, it hits the ring, and Heidecker picks up the loose ball.
Great
and
pass.
Scores. Yeah. That's one of those circus shots that you see on commercials, and Bowling Green calls a timeout. 42-28, Montgomery on top. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Well, Bowling Green gets their second field goal to the quarter on a planned pass off the rim to Heidecker, right?
I don't know if it was planned to go to him. I think it was actually an alley-oop meant for Starks.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Parker has it in the short corner. We're down to 26 to play in the third. Back to Smith. He'll set things between his legs, loses it, stolen by Dalton. He'll get it ahead to Bowen. He's open for the layup. It's up and good. Bowen's first bucket of the night. Fifth turnover of the half. Back comes Montgomery with 6. With 4, Parker's just going to shoot the deep three. Money from about 23 feet. That's how the third quarter ends. Montgomery County 45, Bowling Green 30. Your fourth quarter is next on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
45-30 our score. Montgomery County leads it, a 23-foot three-pointer by the 6'7" All-State center, Colin Parker, to end the quarter. That's something else.
Yeah, puts him right at 20 points for the game, too. So that was the biggest quarter so far for Montgomery. I didn't think Bowling Green played any worse, any better in that third. It's just
well, they took care of the ball.
Yeah, Montgomery County's just gotten hot from beyond the arc. That was their biggest quarter from the three-point line by far.
Yeah, well, all by Colin Parker.
Exactly. Yeah, he had a big quarter.
Yes, he did. 11 to be exact. Got 20 for the game. And again, Montgomery has it to start the quarter. Carter, Lou, Hutchinson, Parker, and Smith in the game. Niemeyer, Bowen, Chandler, Starks, and Dalton for Bowling Green. Montgomery works against the man-to-man defense. Smith dribbles to the wing to Lou. Lou penetrates down the paint. He'll throw one up, and it's no good. And
he hit his head.
Yeah, he did.
Coach Scott Krager came right out.
Got knocked to the deck, and Lou's up, and he's going to be all right. Lou thinks he's going to shoot free throws, but I got news for him. Since Scotty came out on the floor, he's got to leave.
Yep, and that's what they're going to tell Scott Krager right now. And now Ty Lue gets the word.
Yep. Anytime you come and give assistance to a player on the floor, there's no choice. He leaves for a tick off the clock. That's why you kind of wait until the officials check on him and beckon him on the floor. It saves you from having to take the player out. Now he gets to pick whoever he wants to go shoot the free throw.
Yeah, that's true.
So you look down the bench and say, okay, who's my best free throw shooter? And he's chosen Ethan Rackers. And Ethan's like, I'm loving this. I haven't had to do anything. I get to shoot free throws.
The foul, by the way, was the third on Caden Chandler.
And it'll be a two-shot foul for Rackers. And he drains it. Coming off the bench cold. That's saying something.
Mm-hmm.
Bryant and Heidecker return. Chandler will take a seat, as will Niemeyer.
First point tonight for Ethan.
16 is the biggest lead of the game so far. He can make it 17 here with this second. Good rotation in money for Ethan Rackers, and it's 47-30. Things about to get away from Bowling Green here. 7:30 to play in the ball game. Heidecker in the back court, crosses into the front court, hands it off to Starks. To Heidecker, head of the key, to Bowen. Bowen gets into the paint, pulls up from 10, good. Charlie Bowen with his second field goal, and it's 47-32. Into the front court, Rackers. They work it around now to Carter. Carter right wing to Hutchinson. He'll shoot the three, good.
Oh, my.
Hutchinson's second three ball of the night, and it's an 18-point lead, 50-32. They just keep coming, don't they?
Yes, they do.
About the time you feel like you got something going, wham, a three. Into Bryant. He'll shoot the turnaround from 10. No good. Hutchinson tries to save it, but he had his toe on the inline. And it'll go back to Bowling Green underneath their own bucket, left side of the paint.
Ty Lue comes back in, as well as Keenan James. Rakers and Smith check out.
Heidecker to throw it in for Bowling Green. Gets it into Starks. His shot off the rim or backboard won't go. Bowling Green with the rebound. Or check that, Montgomery. Lou comes back, gets into the paint, and we're going to call a jump ball.
Second one of those we've had tonight on a shot attempt.
Alternating error will give it back to Bowling Green. So the turnover, the 6th of the half, 12th of the game on Montgomery.
Niemeyer comes back in. Starks replaces Starks. Charlie Bowen checks out.
And let's see, the officials. Shirt tail action, I guess, huh?
Yep.
Heidecker gets it in across the timeline with it now. And he's guarded closely by James. Hands it off to Niemeyer. Niemeyer penetrates in, gets it high off the glass, and good. Parker had a swipe at it. Didn't quite get it, though, and it's 50-34. Carter into the front court now. Gets to Hutchison. Hutchison on the front of the Montgomery bench to Lou for three. It's good. Woo.
They've got some shooters on this squad.
5th three-pointer in the second half, and it's a 19-point lead. Marcus Starks, who checked into the game. The last dead ball to Niemeyer. He'll try and answer the three. It's short. Parker with the rebound. To Lou. Lou on the push. To the head of the key. Looks, gets it to Parker. Parker in the far corner. That's James. His three-pointer is good. A three-point barrage, 3 in a row now, and it's 56-34. Montgomery imposing their will on Bowling Green. Niemeyer loses the handle, dribbles into one of his own players, picks it up, and now resets things to Marcus. He'll pull up from 15, no good. Parker with another rebound for Montgomery. He'll take it into the front court on the dribble and has it stolen away. Niemeyer will get it ahead to Bryant. He's all alone. He shoots a layup. It's up and good. Thought he might try and dunk that. He's got 9. That's a 20-point lead, 56-36. This may turn into a playground game as Hutchison throws it away.
I think that was Gunnar Bryant knowing the situation there. Not trying for the dunk to
Don't miss.
Make it a 20-point deficit. You know?
Yeah, well, it's probably true, too. So the Bobcats get it back. Starks goes in. His shot's no good. There's Bryant for the rebound. It won't go. He'll go up one more time, and he'll score. He's got some energy on that offensive glass. Full court man pressure by Bowling Green. They trail by 18. Into the front court. Now they get it to Smith. Smith to Lou. Lou on the right elbow. Skips it to Rackers. Rackers will dribble. Fake the handoff in between the circles now. Right wing to James. James to Smith. Smith to Parker. He's outside the arc as well. We're down to 4 minutes to play. Montgomery running a little clock. Now Smith's going to drive the baseline. He's going to be fouled by Chandler. That'll be 4 on him, I believe.
That's right.
Just the 6th team foul, so no free throws yet. As Michael Starks returns and Niemeyer will take a seat. Rackers to throw it in. Gets it to Lou in the near corner. He'll drive to the block. His shot won't go, but there's going to be a whistle and a foul. And Lou will go to the line to shoot 2 shots. His first trip to the free throw line tonight. Foul on Bryant, his 4th.
And the first free throw is good for Ty Lue.
He'll get a second, can make it a 20-point lead. 3:54 to play in the game, and he does. And Montgomery will back up out of the full court pressure now with 3:45 to play. Heidecker from the head of the key. He'll shoot the 3. Back to the rim, no good. Long rebounds loose, and it's going to be saved in by James off of Heidecker, out of bounds, back to Montgomery. Smart basketball play there.
Yep, threw it right over his own head off the back of Heidecker, and Montgomery keeps possession or gets possession.
Again, man full court pressure by the Bobcats. Parker gets it into the front court to Lou. He'll skip it to the near corner to James. He'll reset things now out to Rackers. Down to 3:20 to play in the ball game. James, left wing, looking for some help. Gets it to Rackers. He'll get it to Lou on the right block. His shot's up, no good, partially blocked. He'll get his own rebound. Back to Rackers. Lou has just got some energy, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, he does.
Into Parker, baby right-hand hook, and good. He's pretty much been unstoppable tonight. It has Colin Parker.
Both ends of the floor.
Michael has it in the corner now. Between the leg dribble, fires a three, in and out, no good. Chandler with the rebound, penetrates, spin dribble to the hoop, won't go. Parker on the glass for Montgomery. To Lou. Lou gets it into the front court, and he'll get it back to Parker. Parker got away with a hook. No, he didn't. Had that wing out there. They called it on the Bowling Green end, and now they caught Parker.
He's lucky he didn't get 2 fouls because he kept going after that and absolutely leveled Caden Chandler.
They'll take Parker out as Carter will return, as will Hutchinson. And Rackers will take a seat. .22 points for Parker, as he's probably done for the night in a 22-point game. Also into the game is...
That's Braden Buffington, number 5.
I need to remember to change that. We've got a whistle. And a traveling violation. Just the 4th turnover for Bowling Green in the second half, however. But Montgomery found their shooting touch in the second half, and they've made this a runaway. Down the paint. And shot no good by James. Bowen with the rebound. He's going to try and take it coast to coast in a crowd. It won't go. There's Twellman, who checked in the game. It's off the mark as well. And Bowling Green will get it back. Or check that, Montgomery will get it back. They working around the horn in the short corner, far sideline, now to Smith. He'll back it out. Down to 1:35 to play in the ball game. Lou with it to Carter. To Hutchinson in the left corner. On the floor to the right elbow. Skip pass over to Lou. He'll penetrate in. Kicks it to Carter in the corner. He decides not to let it fly. Head of the key now to Hutchinson. Hutchinson on the penetration to Lou. Right wing to Carter now as they work around the horn against this man-to-man defense. They're in no hurry. Carter now on the loose. He'll shoot the finger roll layup. Up and good. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 62-38, 102 to play in the game. You listen to High School Game of the Week on Eagle 102.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
High School Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Well, it's been all Montgomery City in the second half. They outscored Bowling Green 13-6. In the third quarter, Bowling Green's only scored 8 points in this fourth. And we've got an officials timeout. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got too many players on the floor.
The referee said that's my fault.
Yep, you're not supposed to let them put it in play with that many guys on the floor. And he didn't get the play stopped, so let him play on. No point in worrying about a technical at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Bowen on the left block, puts it up. It won't go, but there's a whistle and a foul, and Charlie Bowen will go to the line. And he'll get 2 shots. Let's check the lineups for it. We got a couple of new players in for Montgomery. Looks like Adam Chernuski's in. Alex Hartman as well.
Tyler Finke.
and Tyler Finke. First free throw's off the mark. Travis Hill in the game as well. Bowen will get a second. He's just a junior. Second one's in and out, and no good. Rebound to Hartman. We're under a minute to play here. I hand it off to a guard as they still have James in, the junior, to help with the ball handling with this second crew. They work around out front. Hill gives it back to James. He's in a double team now. They'll work it around, and Hill's got it. He's in trouble, and Charlie Bowen tried to get the one-handed jump ball that time. Down to 13. Braden Buffington, is he a good golfer? Seems like I've heard that name at the golf course maybe. That's going to do it, as they're going to let them walk it out. And Montgomery's going to raise their record to 10-3 on the season with a 62-38 win over the Bowling Green Bobcats. Your postgame show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
That was an 8-point game at the half, and then Montgomery County found that 3-ball that they've been looking for. A big third quarter for Colin Parker. He had 11 of his 22 in that third quarter. 3 from beyond the arc, and that really kick-started Montgomery County to a 62-38 victory over Bowling Green. Bowling Green didn't do anything wrong. It's just you had to pick your poison with Parker and the Wildcats. And down low, he was lights out. Outside, he was even better for the Wildcats.
Yeah, 6 threes in the second half. They made 10 threes in the game. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's 30 of their 62 points came from long range. And yeah, you're right. They're a multifaceted team. They can come at you from a lot of different directions. Plus, they're quick and press. That Bowling Green actually did a pretty nice job against the press. Only turned it over 14 times the entire game, so that's admirable. But, yeah, pick your poison. And when you got a 6'7" guy, I think I had him at 7 blocks when I finally quit counting. And he can score from the inside. I'm sure he had over 10 rebounds, and then he can step outside and hit 4 threes. That's a recipe for how do you guard him.
Exactly.
And not many people have figured that out, so it's not something that Bowling Green is behind the curve on in terms of trying to guard Colin Parker. But, minor steps forward. Bowling Green, nice win against Van Far. They probably learned some things tonight. They saw what they want to be. And now we'll see if they can work towards that with I don't know if they play again this week. I forgot to look at the schedule, but Bowling Green tournament's looming next week.
Yes, it is.
We know both Bowling Green teams have a second gear when it comes to that tournament.
So where do you think they are? I mean, I'd say Montgomery's kind of at the low end of that tier with the Monroe Cities of the world, maybe just above like a Winfield or comparable to a Winfield. I think Bowling Green is kind of settling into that second tier, the high end of that.
Yeah, I would agree. I think in order to get to the high end of that tier, they still have to find some consistent scoring. I mean, you look at the scoring for tonight. They were led by Gunnar Bryant. He's not the guy that you're going to – when you looked at this team, you're going to go, yep, Gunnar Bryant's going to be our guy. He's going to score all the points for us, lead us in scoring. He's a great player, athletic, physical, does a lot of good things. But generally, he's not going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, I think he's physical. He's gifted height-wise. He's a raw talent. You don't want to depend on him to be your leading scorer every night.
No, I mean, so you've got to have your guards do things and really do what they really miss, I think, more than anything right now is somebody that can consistently hit the three ball.
Exactly.
They don't have that. I don't think they made a three all night.
Nope.
They did not. And
I don't think they attempted one till the second half.
And when you can't do that to where you can loosen it up inside a little bit, where the guys like Dalton and Bryant and Chandler can run around inside and do their thing, boy, it makes it tough. And, we saw that tonight with all the block shots with the Montgomery. They're just going to pack it in and wait for you to come in, block the shot, and go the other way.
Yeah, it's kind of like when a football team that's built on the run gets down 2 scores in the second half and have to start throwing the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
If you can't throw it, it's not going to change for you just because you're down a couple of points. But anyway, we'll take a break as Bowling Green falls tonight 62-38. Come back with final scoring numbers after this on KJFM.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Montgomery County 62, Bowling Green 38. Our final scoring numbers for the Bobcats. They've got 4 points each from Charlie Bowen and Dylan Dalton in this ballgame, 6 each for Braden Heidecker and Michael Stark, 7 points for Owen Niemeyer, and 11 points for Gunnar Bryant to lead the scoring for Bowling Green. For Montgomery County, they got 2 points for Ethan Rakers, 3 for Keenan James, 5-point effort tonight for Kalijah Carter, 6 points for Logan Hutchison. And then we jump into the double figures. Drake Smith with 11 points, 13 for Ty Lue, and 22 points for Colin Parker. Again, 11 of those coming in that third quarter, 9 of them via the 3-ball in this ball game as Montgomery County sweeps the night, beating Bowling Green in the boys' game 62-38. And the girls' final was Montgomery County 54. And Bowling Green 22. I'm not sure exactly what happened over in the JV games, but on a varsity level, it was a Montgomery County sweep in pretty impressive fashion.
We know they were quick games. That's what we do know, because they were over here long before the varsity games were over with.
62-38 our final. Montgomery over Bowling Green. We'll see you for more action later on in the week. For Jim Ross, Mark Fronick saying good night from Bowling Green High School on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.